Welcome. My name's Debbie Nolan, and today with me for chair yoga, I have Kathy Clifton. Kathy is going to join us in our practice today. For those of you who are unfamiliar with chair yoga, it's an excellent form of exercise for all different types of people. Whether you're really fit or deconditioned, it's going to work for everyone. Of course, since it's chair yoga, you'll need a chair, preferably a straight back chair, perhaps like one of your kitchen chairs. You'd need a couple of blocks, perhaps at least one, and I'm going to share one with Kathy so that we have that for later in our practice, and you'll just put it nearby. You may need a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you would need a belt from a robe or even an old necktie that's maybe too garish to wear anymore. So I'm going to share my strap with Kathy today. And then beneath your chair, you'll want to have if you have rug or carpet in your room that you're using, you'll be fine. If you don't, you're going to want to use a mat or find a rug or a smaller rug for at least the back of the chair so that the chair itself won't move on you during your practice. So you can also have a beach towel in place of a yoga mat if you don't have that. So all of those things to prepare. And then, of course, even before you get your props out and you start, you'll want to find a place in your home where you can have it fairly quiet so that as you walk through the door and begin your practice, you can focus inwardly on yoga and yourself. So I'm going to have a seat and we'll begin today's practice in chair yoga. So we're going to sit back in the chair first and just have your feet directly beneath your knees. Now, if for some reason your feet are higher elevated off the floor, you can put the block underneath your feet. You can wear shoes or not. Today we're going to wear shoes in our practice. So then just turn the backs of your wrists, palms up on your thighs. Have your lower back secured against the back of the chair, and just close your eyes or shut them halfway and focus on your breath as it flows in and flows out. Use your nose. Now, if you have allergies or maybe you're a little stuffy, you can part your lips as well, but just find a gentle rhythm to your breath as you inhale and exhale. Now, as you focus on your breath to begin, notice how the body starts to respond just to the inhalations and exhalations. The body rises to meet the breath, and then when we exhale, it's almost as if the tension that may be in your shoulders just floats away from you and away from this moment. So as the breath starts to calm and steady, then just notice all the busy thoughts in your mind. Now, all of those thoughts are important, but just not for our practice today. So perhaps you acknowledge a thought, inhale in and collect it, and then exhale and let it go. Good. As your mind begins to quiet, just check in with the state of you right now, this moment. Let's leave outside of this place anything that's not necessary for our practice today. Bring your awareness inward and be aware of where you are and what you're feeling, but without the need to go or do or be anywhere else, but right here, this moment. So let us be present, be aware, and feel. Feel the practice. Be in touch with you, the inside, outside, and your environment, how we move through space. So as we start together to join the mind and the breath and the body, we'll start our practice. So let's slowly open our eyes. Good. And then just inhale, breathe all the way up to the sky. So bring the arms out and flow all the way up to the sky. And exhale the hands right to your heart. Good. Let's do that again. So inhale, flow all the way up to the sky, and bring the hands right to your heart. Very nice. Let's do that one more time. Flow all the way up and back to your heart. Beautiful. Now, let's hold on to the left side of the chair. Good. And reach up with the right. Good. Take a big inhale. Now slip forward a little bit in the chair as you do that. Separate, make sure your feet are under your knees, and then exhale, shift. Go all the way to the side. Now keep both of your sit bones on the mat, or both your entire seat. Good, look down towards the mat. Good, make your arm really long. Good, and that just means straighter. Very, very nice. Now inhale, bring the arm back up to the sky, and exhale that hand down, hold the side of the chair. Good, and bring the other arm up. So flow up to the sky, big inhale, and then exhale to the side, and then look down. Good, so feel a big stretch running from your hip bone all the way up to your armpit. I always laugh and say that yoga is the only physical practice where we talk about your armpits. So inhaling in and exhaling out. Very nice, and float that arm down. Let's bring both arms up. Good, and then just lean to the side, so go to the side. Keep your arms back so you barely see them. This time look at your hand on that side. So look at the hand. Good. Flow back up to the sky. Exhale your hands down and flow back up. Good, and again, hinge to the side. Good, so a big lean. Breathing in and feeling longer and taller. And breathing out. So bringing the hands back up to the sky. Let's float our hands down. Hold the chair for a moment and scoot forward so that just the back edge of your seat is on the chair. So you're on the edge of the chair. Good. First, just have your hands on your knees. Inhale up really tall. Now, keeping your back fairly straight, you're going to hinge forward. So hinge just means you're like a book hinge, and you're closing without rounding your back. So exhale and come forward like you're going to bring your head way beyond the front of your feet. So pause here, and then exhale, bring your chin to your chest, round your back like a cat, and then curl all the way back up tall. Good. So again, we just exhale forward, hinging. Good. And then round your back. Inhale, come back up tall. So it's like a nice fluid movement. So again, inhale as you go forward. Mostly just breathe. And then exhale, flow back up, nice and tall. Very nice. Let's do that one more time. I always like to say for good luck. We flow forward and round back up. Very nice. So let us bring our arms up to the sky. Now that same hinging forward. Exhale, hinge forward, arms forward. Now your arms can be at shoulder level if you like. Good. And draw your shoulder blades together. Excellent. Flow back up. And float your hands down. Very nice. Now, let's extend both legs forward. Good. And you might want to use the strap around your feet on this one. So while Kathy gets that, good. You can put the heel of your shoe into the mat or the rug. Good. And if you're using a strap, you lace it around your feet. Good. So take a big inhale here. Good. And first just let it lay on both sides. Good. You can inhale and slide your hands down a little bit closer to your feet. Now, if you're using the strap, just walk your hands down on the strap. Inhale, look up tall. Good. And then exhale, hinge a little bit further, slide down a little further close to your feet. Good. Perfect. Breathing in and breathing out. Now on this one, now press the backs of your knees down towards the mat so that you feel like your legs are getting a little longer. This is forward fold. Good. And if you need to move your feet, do that. Excellent. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Remember, the feet are not the goal. The hinge in your back is the goal. Very nice. Now inhale, lift up taller. And then exhale, round it down like you're going to put your nose on your knees, whether they'd ever go there or not. Excellent. Good, let's roll up one vertebrae at a time. Come back up tall. Excellent. Now inhale again. If you're not holding the strap, just float your arms up to the sky. Hinge forward. And then exhale, let the hands land on your shin bones one more time. Maybe you reposition your feet. Good, and flow forward. Now make sure you have enough of your seat on the chair so that you don't topple off. Good. Big inhale. And then exhale, hinge a little bit further forward. Just look out in the distance beyond your mat, maybe at an object on the other side of the room. Nice and steady breath. Push your tailbone down into the chair. Excellent. Very, very, very nice. Let us flow back up one vertebrae at a time until we're tall. Now, go ahead and bend one leg. Good. Take the strap out. Go ahead and bend. And have the other leg straight. Good. So take the straight leg, and in this case, it's our right leg, and cross on top. Good. Very good. Now, you can always hold your ankle with a hand on that side. So that would be your right side. Lift up, and now exhale, hinge forward again. Good. So you can hold the ankle, or you can hold both arms up. The arms can be at shoulder level. Good. If having the arms totally extended doesn't work, you can have your elbows bent, or you can stack your arms. So any of those are good. Just find the one that works for you. Good. And then if your arms are higher, bring them to shoulder level, hinge again. Now lead with your heart. In yoga, when we talk about that, we just mean this area of your body. So lead like you're lifting up with your sternum or breastbone. Good. Drop your tailbone down into the chair. Good. Float the arms down to the chair and sit up nice and tall. Excellent. Let's breathe up again. Good. And whichever hand motion you did, you could do as a different arm motion if you like. Hinge forward, whatever works for you. Very, very nice. Now notice how this feels on this side of your body. And then inhale, float back up, and float your hands down. Hold on to the chair again, and then just let that leg come down. Good. Stretch it out for a moment, nice and long. Good. Big inhale here. Hold the chair, the seat of the chair, and hinge forward like you're the figurehead on a ship. Good. Let the straight leg lengthen. Perhaps you press the back of the knee down towards the mat. Beautiful. Let's flow back upright. Good, and then bring that foot in. So if you want to just shake your knees a little bit, you can do that to release any energy you've built up. Good, and now let's bring the opposite leg up and cross on top. So bring it up securely. If you were standing, everyone's seen the figure 4 stretch that we use in traditional aerobics and fitness group exercise classes. So here, just make sure that the ankle's on the knee. If you need to hold your ankle to secure it, no worries. Don't worry about it if your knee is up higher or lower. Just let it be where it is today. Good, so let's float up the opposite arm. Good, inhale here. Good, and hinge forward. Good, so from your tailbone, either your arms are up, maybe they're at shoulder level. Good. Excellent. So you should feel a lot of sensation in your hip of the bent leg. Good, as we move through our practice today, now you're going to feel sensation when we move the arms or legs or create movement within the muscles. So what you would want to do is find challenge for yourself today, but no harm. No sharp shooting pains in anything you ever do fitness related. Flow up. Good. And exhale the hands down. Let's flow forward again. One more time. Good. Hinging here. So believe it or not, this is a variation of chair pose. Good. Now when we use the chair to help us in chair pose, we take part of the balancing element out of it. We'll have other balances in a moment. Good. And one more time, float your hands down. Let's breathe back up to the sky. Hinge forward, whatever arm motion that you're using. Good. If you cross your arms like mine are, lift your elbows up. Excellent. Don't forget to breathe. And inhale here, flow back up, and let the hands come down. Beautiful. Now, we're going to stretch the leg out again. Good. This time, we're going to have that leg out straight. Good. Big inhale here. Hold on to the chair and hinge forward again from your hips. So again, think about a figurehead on the ship. Good. Think about the mermaid or the merman on the front of the ship. They're always leading and looking out into the distance. So here, that would be where you would be. Excellent. Here we're opening the chest area by holding on to the chair behind us. Nice gentle movement. We're lengthening that right leg. Very, very nice. And let us flow back up. So one last time here, let's bring both legs forward. Good. So whether you use the strap or not, here just focus on landing somewhere in between your knees and your ankles on forward folds. So let's see now if these different movements will allow us to go a little deeper in the pose. So inhale, breathe up. Exhale your hands to shoulder level. Draw your shoulder blades together. Hinge forward. Good. Now, if you don't feel secure here, feel free to hold the chair. Good. And allow your hands to come down somewhere. Good. Land someplace. So you start with a nice long spine, meaning it's straight. Good. And then exhale, round down like you're going to put your nose on your knee. Now, remember, visualization is a major part of yoga. Visualization helps us in fitness and in athletic endeavors because it helps us see success. In yoga, the people who move very deep into a pose have to work way harder than a person who only works a micrometer. Maybe they move just a micrometer in the pose. Both people get the same benefit. Good. Let's roll back up. Excellent. Very, very, very nice. Now on this next movement, we're going to be in a seated position, but we're going to turn sideways in the chair. Now I'm going to reverse my chair from Kathy's so that we'll have a different view for you to glance at from home. So staying where you are, I'm going to change my chair around so that you'll be able to see. Good. Very nice. So, Kathy, if you'll turn towards the wall. Good. So towards the wall with your knees. And what you'll do is bring your shoulder against the chair. You're doing great. Good. Now, what we're going to do when we do that is turn towards the back of your chair and hold on to both sides of the chair. Good. So turn towards the back of it, just with your upper body. Good. And so hold with this hand here.
And this hand?
And yes, perfect. Yes. That was excellent. So imagine you're going to bring your chest and center it to the back of the chair. So are you twisting? Yes. Do you rotate however much your body says is good for you? So a big inhale, grow tall. And exhale, bring your shoulders towards the chair. Now you're tall. Stay tall. Just rotate, turn towards the chair. Perfect. Very, very nice. So this is a twist. Twisting motions help keep the spine healthy. Flexion and extension. All of these movements help keep our spine healthy. So how much you twist can depend on how your body feels today. So just listen to your body. Good. Take a big inhale, grow tall again. And exhale, add a little bit more depth to your rotation. Good. Never force. Go to the point where you feel the most sensation and hold. Are you still breathing? Yes. Now, if for some reason your feet weren't on the floor, you could put your feet on the block. You know, yoga is perfect for people that have all different sized bodies, arms, legs, lengths of torso. Everybody's body interprets yoga differently, and that is the beauty of the practice. The benefit is the same, but it works for all of those different types of anatomy, different types of where we are in life and in our practice. So it's perfect. Very nice. Now, inhale, and then turn back towards your knees again. So turn towards your knees. Very nice. So what we're going to do is stand up, both of us. Good. And go to the other side of the chair. Good. And allow your knees to be off. And we're going to be rotating in different directions. So inhale here. Hold on to both sides of the chair again. Good. Make sure your feet are right beneath your knees. Grow tall. And then exhale. Rotate towards the back of your chair. Good. Now, if you're feeling good in this pose, look down and see if both knees are equal in how far they're projecting. If one knee is projecting further forward than the other, pull back on that side so that the knees are parallel, and you'll get a balanced rotation. Good. But always remember, rotate however far it works for you. Good. Now, if you have no issues with your neck, you can always finish the rotation by looking over your shoulder away from your knees. Excellent. Very, very, very nice. Now, inhale and turn towards your knees. Go ahead and allow yourself to rotate back towards your knees. Take a big inhale, grow tall again, and then exhale, rotate back towards the chair. One more time, go to the depth of the chair. The depth of the rotation towards the back of the chair. Yes. Excellent. Now inhale, grow tall, and exhale, turn back towards your knees. Good. Now as we do this, we're going to do one more pose. So I'm going to stand up, and so is Kathy. Excellent. And as we stand up, what we're going to do, and Kathy, you might want to watch first. We're going to, first I'm going to change my chair. Good. That's part of the workout, is moving the chair around. So we're going to face towards the wall over here. So you're going to face that way and have a seat on the edge of the chair again, but this time, see, your outside bun is going to be off the chair. So go ahead and join me. Good. Now take the leg, in this case our leg that's closer to the camera, the leg away from the chair, and you're going to slide that leg back. Good. Now only go back as far as works for you. Good. Now push the knee back. Good. Lift up tall. Good. Now you can actually take the hand and secure yourself on the back of the chair, at the top part of the chair if you like. And then you can reach up with your other arm. So you can reach straight up. Now push your heel down towards the mat and straighten this leg. Good. Good. So this is a variation of Warrior 1. Good. Virabhadrasana 1. Good. Now put energy in your fingers. Reach up to the sky. Yes. Excellent. Inhale. Exhale. Now take the arm that's in the air and reach back and put it on the back of the thigh behind you. Good. Yes, roll your shoulder back. Lift up really tall. Good. Now imagine you're pushing that hip forward a little bit. Do you feel a little sensation there? Yes? Must be. All right. Excellent. Very nice. Warrior 1. Beautiful. Now let's bring the hand forward and relax your knee of the leg in back and slide that leg forward. That was beautiful. We're going to change directions. So we're going to do the patented 2-bun roll. So roll and to the other side. Good. So hand on the back of the chair. Good. Same thing is going to happen again. We're going to make sure that half of our bottom is on the chair. We hold on to the chair to feel secure and slide that outside leg back. So start there. So your knee actually will press down towards the mat or towards the floor. Good. So we start here and just let your leg get a feel for where we're going. Excellent. Now you can put your hand anywhere on the chair that makes you feel secure, so the back of the chair. So pausing here. Now press the front leg back. You might have to move your foot back a little bit, and then lift up that arm. So again, warrior one, chair version. Very accessible and yet challenging. Breathing in and breathing out. Very, very nice. Remember, if the arm in the air is bothersome, you can reach it forward and you can reach it out to the side even. So any of those are great arm positions. Beautiful. Now perhaps you press your heel down a little bit further towards the mat so that you feel a little bit more sensation right here in the hip flexor area. Excellent. And just allow the arm to come down. Relax that back knee. Good. Swing it back up. Good. Now if it doesn't want to swing, you can always rotate towards it. Good. So we're just going to switch your knees and come towards the front. Another two-bun roll. Good. So on our last pose that we're going to do today is going to be a balancing pose, and we're going to stand for that. So let's go ahead and stand up, Kathy. Good. And we're going to bring the chair. You keep your chair. Let's both put our chairs forward. So we'll put our chair forward, and you turn it towards you. Good. So for this particular element, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what happens on the chair. Good. So turning sideways for me. Now what we're going to do is a standing balance, hinging forward, and it's actually called Warrior 3 or Balancing Warrior. Good. So first thing we're going to do is back up a little bit from the chair. Good. Put your hands on your thighs, and then exhale, hinge down like we were doing in the chair seated, and then put one hand on the chair, and perhaps you hold the two sides of the chair. Perhaps you hold the rungs of the chair in the back for the back of it. So wherever, or your hands can just be flat on top. All good. So big inhale here. Look down and make sure your feet are right under your hips so that they're not too far back. And exhale, just soften your elbows like you're going to put your forehead on the chair seat. Good. So a moment ago we did forward fold seated. Now we're using the chair to help us do forward fold standing. Today's practice has been directed towards opening the lower part of our body. We sit a lot, and so even in a sitting practice of chair, we're working to open and lengthen. And when we talk about opening, we just mean we're lengthening the muscles in that area to create more flexibility for you. Very nice. So look at the back of the chair and walk your hands back up onto the seat. Good. Now tighten everything in the middle of your body, all the muscles, and inhale, flow all the way back up. Maybe your arms come up to the sky. Good. Exhale the hands to your heart. So for the balancing warrior, what we're going to do is the same forward fold, but then we're going to lift one leg back. So let's breathe up, and we'll flow with that. Exhale the hands down to the chair. Good. Now hold on, whatever way works for you. Good. So keep your elbows fairly straight on this one so that you don't collapse towards the seat of the chair because it'll affect your balance. So let's take our right toe and touch our right toe back. So the very first thing, find your balance point right here. So it helps on this one to hold the sides of the chair. Keep your back fairly straight. Good. Now if you'd like, lift the foot up off the floor. It can be anywhere from an inch off the floor to all the way up parallel to your body. Wherever you lift it, think in terms of not opening your hip up to the sky like so, but just lifting the leg up. Good. So balancing warrior. Good. Are you still breathing? Don't hold your breath. And float your foot down. Very nice. Now exhale, soften your elbows like you're going to touch your forehead to the chair. Good. Then straighten your elbows again. And let's touch our left toe back. So left toe touches back. Good. Now when you get ready to lift your leg, take care that you don't let your hips go towards the supporting leg side. So push your hips towards the back leg, the leg that's back. and then lift the toe. Now remember, you can keep the toe on the floor if you like. It can be anywhere in between the floor all the way up to parallel to your body. Good. Find where this pose speaks to you today. Good. Excellent. Now, if you feel like you're swaying in the breeze, that's okay. No worries. Breathe in, breathe out, and then float the leg down. Very, very, very nice. Now, inhale here, and exhale. Soften your elbows like you're going to put your forehead on the seat of the chair. Good. Place your hands on your thighs, one on the thigh, one on the thigh, and then float all the way back up. Yes, and do the arms too. Perfect. Hands come to your heart. Beautiful. Good. Now I'm going to rearrange my chair one last time. You keep yours the way it is. Good. So this last one, I am going to come behind the chair, and Kathy will need to move your chair a little bit further forward. So come behind your chair, behind the seat. The back of the chair. You're good. Now just move the chair back towards the curtain. So at home, you probably won't have these logistical things. Yes, standing right where you are. Perfect. So here we are. We're going to stand really tall. Good. And as we do that, let's keep one hand on the chair. So we're going to use the left hand. So touch your right foot out to the side. Good. Excellent. Now, as you do that, bend your knee. I'm going to bring my chair to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Good. So bend your knee, bring the foot to the side, and imagine you're a tree. Good. So slide your foot now up against the other ankle. Perfect. Now you can just hold on and be tree here, and you can lift your outside arm. Now if you don't like that movement, you can bring your hand to your hip. That works too. So either one is great. Now if you're feeling especially adventuresome, you can reach up the hand that's on the chair or reach it out. All of those are good. So find what works for you. Good. Excellent. And then hand comes down to the chair if it's not touching. Good. Let the hand in the air come down to your hip. Good. And then take the leg that is bent and put it on the floor. Excellent. And then we just shift a little bit. And then all we're going to do is you stay where you are. I'm reversing my chair. Good. Because I moved mine around. Good. So let me move mine back. Excellent. So now we go to the other side. So as we go to the other side, now the leg that's farthest away from the chair, touch it out to the side. Good. And you can place the hand that's not holding the chair against your hip. Good. Turn your knee towards the side wall and draw your foot in. And once you do that, good, touch the ankle with your heel. Good. Now, this is variation one of a chair with the chair tree. Now, you can also bring your foot up to the calf, but we have on shoes today, so that might be uncomfortable. Good, but you'd press against your calf. Reach up with the other arm. Good. Find the best place for you to find your balance. Good. Remember, you can reach out with the arm as well. And if you're feeling adventuresome, you can lift up the other arm. Take care you don't put your foot in your knee, the supporting knee. It's hard on the knee joint. Good. Remember, trees sway in the breeze, so it's normal if you feel like you are. Hand comes to your hip. Good, and foot comes down to the floor. Good, and then let's just shift a little bit so that we release the legs, and then both of us are turning our chairs back to the front. Beautiful. For our final practice. Good. Now you may find at home, when we get to a certain point, I might be doing something different, but you can shut your eyes at this point, hands palms up on your knees, sitting up nice and tall, making sure you feel stable in the chair. Now you can let your back rest against the back of the chair. Good. And then a big inhale here. And then exhale, shut your eyes. Good, and let's come back to our breath again. So as you breathe in and breathe out, give yourself a moment to start to settle. Good. Now before we settle all the way, inhale in and wiggle all of your fingers. Maybe you wiggle your toes or shake your ankles around. Maybe you shake your shoulders a little bit. And then exhale and settle. Good, let's do that again. So inhale in and wiggle your fingers and your toes, shake your shoulders a little bit, and then relax. Perfect, and last time, very subtly, just move those fingers. Good, and then as you exhale, feel grounded in your seat, breathing in and breathing out. So come back to the place where we began, the steadiness of your breath flowing in and flowing out. Now, if your mind tries to get active again, focus on your breath. As you continue to breathe, imagine each exhale makes you feel softer, heavier, more in connection with the earth, more grounded. As you continue to breathe, inhaling and exhaling, just allow yourself to be here in this moment. May we be safe from inner and outer harm. May our hearts be open and loving. May our minds be clear and welcoming. May our bodies be healthy and strong. May we walk the path of life in peace, joy, and contentment all of our days. Now, still keeping your eyes shut, just gently move your fingers and your toes and start to reconnect. Good. Maybe you yawn and make funny faces. Maybe you shrug your shoulders. Maybe you reach your arms out and give yourself a really big hug. Good. And maybe you switch sides if you do the hug. Good. And then as you open your eyes, let's seal today's practice. So let us bring our hands either to our knees or to our heart in respect hands and seal that practice. That light that shines from within each of us present here today is reflected back and magnified. We come together in our uniqueness, but most of all, we come together in yoga. Thank you for letting me lead your practice today. Namaste.